Hi everyone, Taylor from Retail Empire here. How are all of you doing today? I'm gonna talk today, as promised, about moms and pop stores or specialty stores, standalone stores, you name it, it's the same thing. We're talking about stores, just like I promised on previous video talking about 2025 retail trends. If you haven't seen it yet, it's available on my YouTube channel. This video and the next ones are going to be available as well. It's going to be a couple of parts. I thought about doing it 3 parts of videos, and I realized it might be even more. I might need 6 or 8 of them to explain everything when it comes to moms and pop stores. So here's the first part. First of all, what do we need? We need before we take any action. You're talking about buyers and you're going to approach them. And those buyers, unlike Costco buyers or Walmart or any other giant buyers, giant retail chain store buyers, not the buyers themselves, they're not giant, or maybe they are. So the moms and pop stores, sometimes, as I mentioned in previous video, they are the owner as well, or the accountant as well. Okay, we're talking about one store somewhere in the United States that is obviously in a need to buy goods. Okay. So before we find them, before we talk about how we communicate with them, what's the terms, what are they looking for, how to find them, and how to get them an offer, the first thing we need to think about is our brief. And I spoke about brief so many times, but now I'm going to make it I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to try to talk about it in relation with moms and pop stores. Let's first start with the good news. There's no bad news, but let's start with the good news. The good news are that in most of the cases, or even all of them, when it comes to moms and pop store, unlike the big chain stores, you do not need a catalog. They do not expect you to have a catalog. If you have one, amazing, very good. That's going to be a very good thing and tool to use with them, and as well as later on when you're going to jump working with giants like Macy's or Bloomingdale, Urban Outfitter, you name it, Mayor. Yes, okay, we understand the point. So what is a brief? I can talk about myself briefly, right? I can explain in like 5, 6, 7 sentences. Who am I? What am I doing? I can do the same thing about my company. You can do about anything a brief, right? If you want to talk about a neighborhood, you're going to talk briefly about the neighborhood. Where is it located? What is special or not about it? Is it a good place, and why is it a good place to live in? Why the neighbors are the neighbors that you want to have next to your house, and so on. When you are relating all this into your brand, you want to talk about your brand and what's special about it. Now, not every brand is special, and we do get that point, but it is special if you compare it with others. So if I'm selling products that a lot of other vendors are selling, I probably have something special about it. And you know what? If I don't have anything special about it, it doesn't matter. You know what? Because the fact that I am applying with my brand to moms and pop stores rather than just trying to sell it online, this is by itself already special. Okay? It makes it special. Now, the first sentence is going to be hi, name. What's the name of the person? Oh, before that, sorry. Subject line. You have to think very good about subject line. You have to make sure that you're checking not only the subject line, but the entire text. You're checking it on spam checker. There are so many spam checkers out there in the internet. You can find on Google tons of them for free. Okay. Just want to make sure that you're not using spammy words like free or giveaway or anything like that. Okay. Don't use spammy words. And if you do use, check them on spam. Either ways, check them on spam checker, and you'll find out that you're going to be surprised how many words are described as spam checker. Now, why do we care about spam words? It's just a conversation on email with the buyer, right? Here's the thing. When you're going to email them, and we're going to talk a lot about how to email them, from where to send the email, how to send the email, and so on. But when you're emailing them, the email needs to be landing in their inbox, right? Otherwise, where will it go? To the spam folder? That's not good. most of the people that I know, that I work with, are not even checking their spam folder. And if they do it once in a month or two, which is going to be what? Very late when it comes to the message you sent versus when it was received. Anyway, you want to get your email in their inbox. We're not going to talk about spam rules and everything, not right now, but what we are saying is that the brief has to be avoiding spammy words. Now, next, hi, name, the name of the buyer. Now, if you don't know the name, if you don't have that contact, and it might be the case, you could just say hello there, or hi team, or something like that, something general. Okay, you can even specify the store name if you want. Like if the store name is Josh Toys, then you can say hi Josh Toys, and they understand that you don't know the name. It's okay, it's fine, it's very acceptable. Now the next thing you want to have is the actual email. Now the actual email is an art. Yes, you can go to ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever AI you're using and get them, send them the link, drop the link there and get some kind of a brief. But I can tell you that in most of the cases, this brief will not be retail oriented. I've been trying this over and over again. Okay. I even have a very well retail trained AI agent, and still that AI agent is not writing proper brief. Why? Many reasons. I'm not a tech guy, but you can understand it yourself that it takes some time to AI to get to a certain level where it can be really customized to your needs. If that was the case, I would use an AI agent to do this video instead of me, right? I would use an avatar, but we're not there yet. Not there yet. And you know what? I'm not sure I want to be there. I don't know how will I react if I'm going to see an avatar of me sitting here and talking in my YouTube channel about topics that I speak about. Okay, it's gonna be odd. Anyway, so back to the brief. The content has to be short. Now you need somehow to tease them. Okay, you want to make them reply. You want eventually them to reply. Once they reply, that's it. Any email you send them is gonna be landed in their inbox. Plus, you know that there's an interest. How do you do that? CTA, call to action is one thing, but call to action usually is involved with a link. Now, when you're sending an email the first time, you cannot use link that is not Google, YouTube, or any other very famous domain name. Okay, if you do so, it's gonna go to the spam folder for sure, or at least 90%. Well, it's the same, right? So what you do want to write there is a short description of your brand. Hey, we are selling toys. Hey, we have a beautiful toy brand that is mainly selling blah blah blah, whatever it is. Right? Describe your products in a couple of words. Then mention the branding. We've been strongly working on our branding for the last couple of years. We have a great presence both online and in stores. And if you don't see it, of course. Speak about the brand and speak about the team behind it, and that's it. Do not make it long. People do not read long emails. Obviously, they don't do it when it's the first email, right? If I get the first time email from someone and it's, 20, 30 sentences, I'm not going to read it. It's not going to happen. I don't know you. I don't know who you are, what you're doing, what's your brand. I don't even care. I'm not going to read this. I'm not working for you. No, you are working for me, meaning the vendor works for the buyer, at least at that point. There's going to be a point where the buyer is going to work for you. We get to that. But at least in the first approach, it's not the case. So you want to have them interested, but you don't want to give them the feeling that they're going to be, getting tired from your email. Be careful of that. Try to be focused on what you're selling, and then you can end the email with a nice sentence saying, I think, or I believe, or we do believe that our brand name, let's say, again, Josh Toys is the store, so let's say Josh brand, David brand. We believe that David brand could be a great fit for Josh stores, and we would love to communicate. We would love to touch base. We would love to set a call with you, to set an appointment, or to send you more details. Don't push into appointment in the first email. Sorry, my bad. Try to make them ask you for pricing or catalog or whatever it is. Again, catalog is not necessary. And if they do ask for catalog, you can tell them we are working on our new 2025 catalog, but here's the link to our website. And yes, you need to have a website. You cannot send them Amazon link. Do not send them Amazon link. Nobody wants to see the Amazon link. Don't ask me why. It's a complete whole webinar just to explain why we don't use Amazon links. And I'm going to record that at some point this year, but just trust me on that. Send them a link to your Shopify or WordPress, whatever, your website, your product website, your brand website. And if you don't have one, it's time to have one. It's time to have one. If you're a brand, you're taking your business seriously, having a website is a must. It's a must. It's like going to an exhibition without a business card. Nobody knows who you are. There's no way to understand what you're doing, who you are, and remember you. I have a link. That's it. I'm sending the link. I'm getting this as a buyer. I'm sending it to my son, wife, father, whomever is working with me on the store, and telling them, hey, look at this brand. I got an email from them. What do you think about this product? Should we ask for samples? Do you like it? Let's see. And then they get back to you. Okay. That's the first step. That's the first point. I'm not going to talk about the other points. It's going to be recorded on the next videos. But this is the first step, the brief. I spoke about it a lot. If you scroll down on my YouTube channel and check my previous videos, webinars, I spoke about the brief, not like I spoke about it today, but I did speak about it quite a lot. And again, the brief is your money time. It's the first time the buyer looks at your brand and thinking, am I interested or not? Take it that way. And last point, try to put yourself in their shoes, thinking, how would it look like if I'm a buyer and I'm getting this email? Is this attractive? Is this short and precise? Is this something that makes sense? Or is it looking like, someone trying to do some fishing on me, right? That's what you want. Oh my God, this is stuck here, the microphone. That's what you want to think. You want to think how it looks like from their perspective, from their point of view. Thank you for listening. This is the first part out of who knows how many parts about moms and pop stores. There's going to be a moms and pop store academy, literally academy, all 100% free in my YouTube channel. Now, I know if you're going to go and search for information about it, you're going to end up being targeted as someone who is interested in selling to retail, and that people are going to offer you, or companies going to offer you courses or whatever. You're going to do million with us, come with us. Forget it. I'm giving you everything for free. Just stick around. And if you can, please smash the like button, hit subscribe so you can get the next videos from me, and you can watch them whenever you watch them, in your car, at the way to your home, to work, to the gym, wherever you are. You can just put it, and play it in the background and start having your thoughts rolled about what I'm talking here. And I'm going to talk about the other aspects of moms and pop stores in a couple of next couple of videos. I'm trying to speak faster than I can, obviously. Thank you very much for listening to me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Retail Empire is here for you. Enjoy the rest of your day.